When I was a kid, one of my favorite things to do was to hang out with my neighborhood friends. I remember riding bikes, playing football in the front yard, going to Terry Hall skating rink to rollerblade, but one of my most favorite things to do was to have a sleepover. I remember so many times going to my mom and asking if I could spend the night at someone's house, and then getting that answer that I didn't really want to hear. It was a no. But then I'd go to my dad and I'd ask the same question, but he was smart. He'd say I'd have to talk to your mom, and then I'd get another no. I'm sure I tried just about every angle to be able to pack up my sleeping bag and my pillow and head over to my friend's house for some fun. Again and again, I would ask. Maybe I thought that I was a Jedi and I could convince them, like, this is the fun I'm looking for. Persistence is a great quality to have when you use it respectfully. You could be persistent in asking for a pay raise at work, a little less homework from your teacher, a trip to the park with your friends to play, or even something like your favorite meal tonight for dinner. Hey, pause right here and think back. Have you ever wanted something really, really bad and asked for it again and again? What was it that you asked for, and did your persistence produce what you expected? This week in our reading, we meet a young woman named Hannah. Everything in her life is great except one thing. She really wants to have a baby, but she can't. People around her notice this too. Some of them even tease her for it. This one lady named Penina, she relentlessly taunted and mistreated Hannah, mocking her because she couldn't have a child of her own. Hannah, though, she was persistent. Now, she could have been persistent in talking back to Penina, or in complaining about how bad her life was, or even in trying to fix the pregnancy problem herself. But instead, she was persistent in a different way. Hannah prayed to God. She kept on praying no matter how hard it got. She was a very persistent prayer. At many times in her life, Hannah bears her heart and her soul to the Lord. This was a prayer that she had prayed many times before, weeping and wanting God to hear and to answer her. She prayed to God like this: Lord Almighty, if you will only look on your servant's misery and remember me, and not forget your servant, but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord for all of the days of his life. Translation: God, I'm miserable and I am frustrated. Can't you see this? I want a son, and if you give me a son, I will be sure to give him to you to serve you. Hannah really put her whole heart out to God, persistently asking for a son and not holding back anything that she was feeling. Take a minute and talk with someone around you. When you feel frustrated or scared, or even happy and thankful, do you come before God and share everything that is on your heart? You can take it even deeper and answer this: is this something that happens only in your time of need? Or do you persistently talk to God day after day in the good and the bad times? I wonder what your prayer life looks like. I know mine, it needs some work. Many times I just forget, or something else seems more important, or I'm too tired. These are all really weak reasons to not come before an all-powerful God. God tells us in His Word, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to Him. And then He also says, pray without stopping. God wants us to talk to Him about everything all of the time. Take some time right now to be silent. Close out the distractions around you and come before God in prayer. Offer Him your whole heart. Don't hold anything back. Tell Him what's on your mind. And then listen and see how He responds. Then, you probably guessed it, be persistent and do it again and again.